Oh my gosh. It's silver, y'all. Oh, man. So I'm exploring a new piece of property today in search for old home sites from the 1800s and 1700s. So we're gonna get to walking through all these woods. Got several hundred acres here, and we're gonna see what we can discover with the metal detector. It's gonna be a good day. Let's go find some treasure. I think I just found a Colonial site here, y'all. I've been getting iron signals, and I dug a non-ferrous target, sounded like a shotgun shell, and it was a furniture tack from the 1700s. So this seems like a site, but I'm pretty sure somebody beat me to it years ago because the lack of good signals. Right there on the side wall of the hole. I got it. We have, looks like a flat button. Yep, still got the shank on the back. Beautiful flat button. Well, there's still some relics here, so we're gonna give it a good swing and see what else we can discover. Just dug this thing up, and at first I wasn't sure if it was old, but I believe it is. Like a top to something, maybe like a powder flask lid. I'm not sure. It looks like that would turn right there, open. That's interesting. That's definitely old. Yeah, I think it's the top to a powder flask. That's exactly what this is. It would have went on, the powder flask would have been down here. This was the top, and you would push this down and the gunpowder would come out. Wow, that's a great find. Awesome. Yep, that's a powder flask top. 1800s probably. Good signal down here. Sounds like a musket ball. About a solid 70. That's what they read up. Could be anything though. Oh, there it is. Have a pewter spoon handle, so we're definitely onto an old site. Wow, there was a house right here. Getting on to the relics now. They're coming out left and right. Just got another signal and pulled out this beautiful flat button tomback. So we're into a late 1700s site. Man, let's get some coins next. That'll help us date the area here that we're walking through. Might go in that spot there. It looks pretty thick, but maybe nobody looked out there. You never know. This signal right here is pretty good. Like it'll be brass. Huh, 74. There's some iron. A nail, old square nail. Ah, very early buckle mixed in with that nail. Wow, that's old. Like a spectacle buckle almost. 1700s, and this nail was in the same hole. That's why it was sounding kind of weird as I got it out. They were close together. Best signal I heard all day right here. You know, it took me a couple hours of exploring just to find this site. And then once I got here, I'm getting signals like crazy. But this one, 85. Man, come on, be a Spanish real. That'd be awesome. Still in the hole, that's a good sign. Got some depth to it. It's in there. All right, I moved it. What is that? A coin or a button? Man, that's massive, whatever it is. I think it's got to be a button. No? Like a lid off something. That's weird. You think it'd be pretty old being in this site. I can't believe it, y'all. Got a massive signal here, and I dug down and I got a huge brass relic. Check it out, just pulled it out the hole. Man, it's been there a long time, all mangled up. I think we have a powder flask. It's exactly what we have here. It's like a person on it. Oh, he's holding a rifle. It was way down there. Awesome, I'll clean it up. We'll get a closer look at it. I think that's a powder flask. That's gotta be the coolest thing I've found all day. Definitely a powder flask. Has like a soldier on there. He's carrying his musket. He has his dog beside him. I think he's even blowing a trumpet or something. Wow, look at that. You can see the dog right there. That is really cool. Not sure how old it is. They lost their powder flask, or it broke apart. And I found that powder flask top about 60, 70 feet up that way, but I don't know if it went to this one. Not much left of it, but at one time that used to hold gunpowder. I cannot believe I just dug a powder flask. This site has potential. There could be some really good coins and relics in here, so we're gonna keep searching and see what else we can discover. We have a piece of a Colonial shoe buckle right here, just a fragment. It's the corner of the buckle, missing the rest of it. We're on to an early site. I'm hoping some Spanish reals or King George coppers come out of here. So it's decided to pour down rain. but I ain't going nowhere. See if we can find it with our hands so we don't hit it. A lot of roots in here. Oh, I thought I seen it. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Oh man, look at that Colonial shoe buckle. I was not expecting to find that, but it did give a loud signal. Wow, that is beautiful. That's gonna clean up nice. It don't have the middle pins, but that's a beautiful shoe buckle. Probably off a lady's shoe, I'd imagine. Something very decorative. I'll take that. I have to get back home and clean it up. Too muddy out here, and I try to wipe it off, it gets dirty, but that is amazing. That would have went right here on their shoe. No shoe buckle. Been finding a lot of these furniture tacks. Upholstery tack. Like a chair, they would go all down the side to hold the leather on there. Got another flat button right there. It's been a while since I dug one of these. Just plain old Tom back. Still has a shank on it. Maybe we'll get a mark button here soon. I've worked a little bit. I was over there and I've worked this area, so I'm expanding my search radius. Dug that flat button right there. Walked over here. 73. A couple feet from it. Oh, I see it. Oh, what is this? Like a medal. That's interesting. Medallion. Wow. There's a hole in the middle of it. Maybe it's not a medallion. Maybe it's off a lock. They made locks this shape. Some type of cool relic. And I'm getting soaked out here from the rain. Interesting. Well, we'll clean it up a little bit more later. So I've been digging here for over an hour. And this is the first brick I've seen. All the rest must be buried. Old handmade brick. So you know you're on a site right there. So I've got a really good signal right here. I've set up my camera and we're going to do a live dig. Let's see if I can find it again. Oh my goodness. It's a 90. Solid 90 every time I swing over it. Man, that might be a big silver coin. We're gonna dig a big hole around it here. See if we can get it out. Oh my gosh, it's silver, y'all. It's a silver coin. Oh man. I don't know what it is, but it looks really good. It's about the size of a $50. Oh my goodness. We got it on live dig too. Check that out. Man, it's a silver coin. I think it's gonna be a $50. Unbelievable, y'all. I can't believe it. Let's wash it off and see what it is. All right, let me get some water. I don't want to rub it. I'm glad I dug a big plug. Worth staying out here in the rain for. Oh my goodness. You've got to be kidding me. It's gonna be a seated $50. Man. I'm about to run out of water. We'll go wash it off over here in the swamp. You can see the back right there. Oh my goodness. Man. It's a $50. I've never found one of these, not a seated half. At least I think it's seated, I'm not sure. We'll have to clean it off and get a date. So let's go take it over here to a puddle of water and see if we can wash it off some more. I'm excited to see what's on the front of this. I'm pretty sure it's a seated $50, but I can't wait for the reveal. That dirt is just caked on it. Might have to let it soak for a while. I just washed it off and I can see a date. It is so crazy. Check this out. We have 1875. Oh my goodness. What is that doing in this site? Everything I'm finding is like 1700s. And I pop a 1875 seated $50. Hey, I'll definitely take that any day. First one I've ever found in 15 years. I found a bunch of $50, Barber halves, Walking Liberties, Franklins, but never Found a seated. Wow. That is crazy. Look at that. It's in beautiful shape. Amazing. I'm over the moon for this one, y'all. It's not Spanish, but I'll definitely take seated any day. You don't find many of these coins. They're very hard to come across. 1875 seated $50. That is amazing. We got to keep on hunting. There might be a gold coin out here. You never know. It would have been a lot of money back then. Probably could have bought groceries for an entire week. Full Liberty on it. Couldn't ask for one to be in better shape. Oh, it has a CC mint mark. Just now seeing that, y'all. 1875 Carson City. That might be extremely rare. Wow. This has got to be one of the best days of metal detecting I've had in a while. So it's raining pretty hard. I'm trying to dry the camera off, but everything I have is wet. Rechecking the hole where I got the $50. No other signals except my shovel. So let's cover it up. And then we're going to grid search this entire area to see if it was a coin spill. There could be more. A pewter button. Looks like it has a design on it. Maybe a flower design. That's crazy. 1700s right there, but just 10 feet behind me was 1870s. Popped out a real nice flat button. Showed up low, kind of like a shotgun shell. Awesome. So there's still signals in here. Another shoe buckle fragment right there. That's old. Real decorative piece. Very first musket ball of the evening here. Looks like it's been fired. Probably 1770s to early 1800s. It's got a real nice horse tack piece here. Probably went off a saddle strap or a harness somewhere for decoration. Back to raining again, and I just got another flat button right up against this tree here. Wasn't easy to swing over. Wasn't out in the open like most of the targets, so gotta hunt by the trees. 1700s flat button. I'm on the way back to the truck now. It's still pouring down rain. Everything's soaking wet that I'm wearing. It's a good day when you're completely soaked, you're filthy, you dug a lot of holes, and you walk some miles. That's how you know you're hunting right. You got to cover the ground to get it, y'all. It's not easy. I dug a lot of holes today and walked around in circles for many miles just to get what I found. What an amazing day of metal detecting. Back at the house here, cleaning up all the finds. We have the $50, 1875. It's in really good shape. Here's the powder flask. Got it cleaned up a little bit. You can see has a dog on it with a man holding a musket. That's pretty cool right there. Not sure how old it is, so if y'all can figure out exactly how old, comment below. I'd like to have a link to this exact powder flask. And I believe this right here is the top to it. It was found about 50 feet away. And so might give you an idea of what age it is based on the top there. It could be mid to late 1800s, or it could be a lot older. It could be like 1820s or 30s. I'm really not sure. But I found this, so somebody was out here hunting, and then maybe they lost the $50 at the same time, on the same day. Look at that. See the CC mint mark on the back there, Carson City? That thing is in phenomenal shape. So there it is. Here's some of the other finds. I found this actually at a different site, but it's a piece to a toy gun. Here's another powder flask piece right here. Just like that one. Missing the top part. Have some lead, a bunch of furniture tacks. Look at that. One of these has leather still on it. I think it's this one right here. Let's zoom in. Yeah, that still has some leather on it. Interesting. Piece to a lock. You can see the keyhole. Pewter off a spoon handle. Got a really old buckle here. 1700s. It's a beautiful one. Got 8 flat buttons. They're all tomback buttons, so late 1700s, 1770s to like 1800 period. Did find one pewter button in there though. You can see it has a little design on it. I'm gonna have to glue that one back together so it don't fall apart, but that's an early button there. So there could be some real good stuff back in that site. Here's a decorative button, real pretty. Shank on the back. Got this thing here, probably off an umbrella. Complete buckle. I believe that's a shoe buckle, just because it's curved like that, where it would go on their shoe. You can see the back. Not exactly sure how old, but I would imagine it's 1700s, mixed in with all the other flat buttons right here. And guess what? This piece, which I found later on throughout the day, is identical to this one. Look at that. It's the exact same buckle. So they had two of the same buckles, I guess one on each foot. And they lost that buckle and this one broke. That's crazy. And I have another piece to a buckle right here as well, a little smaller buckle. All very decorative stuff in there, so pretty interesting stuff. Here's a Colonial saddle strap horse tack piece here. Musket ball. Another musket ball, it's been splattered. Here's a bullet, more modern, but found that in there. Overall, I'd say it's an amazing day. That was 3 hours of digging. It took me a while to actually find the site, but once I got there, I spent exactly 3 hours in there. Got the powder flask, 8 buttons, 1 pewter button, so 9 buttons, a shoe buckle, nice buckle there, and a 1875 seated $50. Can't beat that. What an incredible day. I appreciate y'all watching till the end of the video. It means a lot. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube if you haven't already. I have a bunch of videos on the way. Been pretty busy the last few weeks. I'm working on getting everything ready for my metal detecting event that I'm going to be hosting in Rock Hill, South Carolina on May 4th, 2024. So if you haven't heard about that yet, I'll have it linked in the video description below, or you can go to NUGGETNOGGIN.com/event, get all the details and get signed up. I'm giving away some awesome stuff, y'all. But check out the website. You'll see all the details there. Also have a few Nugget Noggin hats left over. These are structured on the top here. They say Nugget Noggin. They're pretty cool. So if you're interested in those, I'll have them on my website as well. I appreciate the support. And I'm sure there's a lot of y'all out there who are actually wondering how I keep finding awesome sites like this to go metal detecting. Well, the key is research. Research and knowing your detector, the two most important things of metal detecting. And I spent a lot of time doing research, overlaying maps, reading, looking through the archives. There is actually a process to this to find awesome sites. So if you're interested in learning the process, I put together a step-by-step online course. You can find it in my video description below. Until next time, y'all have a good one, and God bless.